What's up, traders? Here with my trade review of the day. Today was kind of interesting. We took a L and we took a win right after that. So made a little bit of profits. Market conditions are not the best right now, guys, but let me show you what happened exactly. First, the bias that we had this morning that I sent out to the Discord right here. Initially, I was looking for a manipulation higher and then for us to come lower and target London lows and this 4-hour intermediate low. I was looking for that manipulation lower because we still had this large imbalance right here created by Trump and all of this news going on, right? So I wanted to see if the market would extend itself lower and feel more of that price action and just, kind of rebalance price before we get some actual direction. And also, we have hella liquidity towards the upside. So I knew that if we did come into this area here, the next point of the market to be pulled towards would be these highs and all of these highs resting above, right? So that was the bias sent out to the Discord earlier this morning. Now, here's actually what happened. So let me see here. The trades that I took this morning, this is ES. All right, the trades that I took this morning happened around right here. So you guys can see, I'm just going on to the higher time frame. Let me close that order panel. Higher time frame, right? We have this large push towards the upside on the 4-hour time frame, and we're headed towards this previous day high in this weekly high, which I still believe that we will take. Now, we're having this crazy monstrous candle right now. I was expecting us to come down here and feel some of this imbalance, but I'm actually happy that we're leaving a lot of this. That gives us more reasoning for us to come lower when we take this high or take these highs here. It gives us more reasoning, and CPI is tomorrow. So watch out for that. We might have one big manipulation from CPI like this. Might have one big manipulation from CPI, and we look for that sweep of all of that liquidity, and potentially we get some selling bias to fill up some of this price action right here. The market can't just go up forever, and this is not a substantial pullback, okay? This looks like a continuation move. It does not look like we actually pulled back to rebalance anything. So just keep on the lookout for that. But getting right into the actual trades I took this morning here. First trade we took came off of this high right here. So the market was sweeping this high, but that's not the only reason. The main reason was because of the S&P. So you can see that same high that we are sweeping right here. S&P is actually sweeping the London highs. Now, NQ already swept London highs, so we extended higher into this high, and ES opened and we started sweeping London highs. But like I said, NQ extended up towards this high, so we had a very, very high confluence imbalance, right? Bearish SMT. So we had a divergence here. That's a imbalance. I meant divergence. So we had a very, very high confluence divergence here, a bearish SMT. So I was looking for shorts. Now, with the first trade that I took, the only concern I had about this trade, I'm going on to lower time frame. Right here, you can see we're pushing higher. So this is at the point that we're creating that bearish divergence. And then what I seen was I liked this right here. This displacement candle is the main reason why I took the first initial short, stop loss above this high. And I was targeting down here towards London lows. So my target was going to be down here. And my break even point, which we missed, was literally this low right here. This is a 30-minute intermediate low. So this is another little liquidity point that I was expecting the market to react from. You can see later on right here, we ended up reacting from that and we ended up getting some retracements. But this initial move right here, I was expecting us to hit this area. So I didn't go break even until we would have hit this area. And you see that we didn't hit it. We missed it by like a couple of points, and we end up going higher, stopping me out. Now, here's where the second trade came in. I was still confident that the market would come down here to the 30-minute intermediate low, to the London lows and the 4-hour intermediate low, because that was my bias, right? My bias doesn't just change just like that easily. All right. And the liquidity above us is not as strong as these liquidity points down here. And I also even liked it even more that we didn't take this. So if we did get another opportunity, which we did, and I'm going to show you guys that next opportunity here. And this was a lot cleaner, right? So we get a resweep of this high. So the opening high right here, we can see the market sweeps that high. And immediately we get another push lower, right? This right here, this candle right here that gave this inversion, boom, we inversed this bullish gap with this bearish candle, right? That was my signal to take my next short. This was literally the last trade I was going to take for that day. So we ended up taking this next short and taking it all the way down to this liquidity point right here, a little bit lower. We targeted a 1 to 2, so we ended up getting out right here, held through some of this mess. And yeah, so we've seen the market actually does expand towards the downside, but we missed London lows as well. So what I'm seeing here is that we're generating a lot of liquidity right here. So we have a lot of liquidity right here generated around this area for the market to come back to. Right now we are expanding higher, which is fine. I would like for us to keep expanding higher, going towards that weekly high. And once we get up here, we will look for that bearish market cycle to start presenting itself and start looking for those sellers to come in. And now we have a clear target. And these areas are going to become stronger the more the market runs away from them, because more time is going to pass by, more liquidity here is going to be trusted. All right, so that is going to be a higher time frame target if we do see reversals from over here, and we can take it down into here and to fill this imbalance. But those were the two trades that I took today. Market conditions, like I told you guys, are not the best, so we're going to see a lot of these fake moves, a lot of these fake sweeps and all of this right here. Like I said, I was confident into taking this because I trust in my bias. And yep, when it comes to times like this, you just have to really just trust yourself and not fall for the fake moves, not fall for the fake manipulations, the fake sweeps. That's why I say you really have to be careful. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't know like how your strategy works and how you're trading, just don't trade around this time, especially when you see big movements like this happening during like after hours. Like, it's not happening any particular session. This is just happening because of the economic news. So just be careful. I know a lot of people are losing accounts trading this price action. This week for me has not been the best. It's been one of my worst weeks in a while, honestly. But we're making it out. We're trying to end the week in profit. We're going to try to end the week in more profit than last week, but we'll see how that works out. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Don't forget to join the free link. Well, don't forget to join the free Discord. There's a free link down in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Let me know if you have any suggestions or any videos that you would like to see. Peace out, guys.